Hi, I'm Karen. This is my IncredIBox, and we're in Tucson, Arizona. In 2016, my son was out of high school and he moved out on his own when he turned 18. He's the last of my 3 children that I have. And I was just watching YouTube one day and saw a tiny house show on the YouTube channel. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And I stayed up for hours that weekend watching different YouTube channels. I had sold my sticks and bricks in 2019 and purchased an RV and lived in that for the last few years. I saw Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes video for the IncredIBox. It's a do-it-yourself on the inside, decorate it yourself. So I decided, oh, I love to build things, and I've gutted and remodeled 2 houses in my past, so I could do something with that empty space. So I put my deposit down and purchased it in full in January of 2022. I was number 37 out of the homes that he was building, and I drove to Tennessee with my Dodge truck and picked it up in June of 2022 and drove it back here to Arizona and made it what it is today. I've been living in it for the last 7 months, and it's an 8x16 IncredIBox from Incredible Tiny Homes. I'm in a mobile home park right off of I-10 here in Tucson, Arizona, close to the shopping mall and everything. I have a 50 amp power hookup and water and sewer here at this location. My rent is $3.99 a month plus utilities that I pay extra for. When you originally get the IncredIBox, it is just the metal steel panels on the outside, and it has all the rivets from the screws and everything that hold the pieces together. I decided not to go that route. I added all the 29 gauge AG steel roofing panels to the exterior of my house that I installed. It cost about $1,150 for the materials. I built all of the shutters and the planter box that's on the window and installed all that. I made the little picket fence siding that's on the ground there, and I built the staircase myself. And I built the little blue stools that are outside also. Let's take a look at the inside, come on. Welcome to my tiny home. 128 square feet, 8x16 house, and this is my space. When I was designing the space, I decided to use light and bright colors. I'm a minimalist, so I don't have a lot of stuff everywhere. My maiden name is actually French, so one day I hope to go to Paris, so I have the Paris things around the house. And starting behind me is my kitchen. Come check it out. This is all open blank space. I added all these floating shelves, and I Gorilla glued them with construction adhesive and self-tapping screws so they could hold all the weight from these jars and ceramic plates and everything. I have my little Keurig right here for my coffee in the morning. Gotta have that. This actually used to be all the way to here, this countertop, and I took my jigsaw and cut it down, sanded it down. There was an extra outlet also, which I removed and cut back that. And with the extra piece, I made my computer desk area here and put it on these little hairpin legs I found at Lowe's for $7 for a pair, so that was a good deal. It sits there, everything. My travel Berkey right here. Everybody's gonna have a travel Berkey in their RV or a tiny space for some fresh filtered water. I love it. Tastes better than bottled water. But I have plenty of space. Every drawer has all my utensils. This one here has all my storage and mixing bowls and things. And this one down here, I have my little rice cooker, more food and storage. Underneath my kitchen sink is where I house my induction cooktop, my Ninja blender, my big old crock pot when I make sweet sour meatballs or spaghetti sauce from scratch. I'm Italian, so I like to make stuff from scratch. This Incredible Tiny Homes actually has a butcher block piece that slips in and covers the sink, so you have more space to use the countertop and cook with and prepare food with. But I never use it, so it's down there. And on the other side, this was an empty space that Incredible Tiny Homes leaves for you. So you could put a big refrigerator or make it into a closet and put a fridge over there if you want. And I chose to get a little 4x4 cubic foot fridge. And I switched out the hinges from that side to this side, which is a pain in the butt. And I decided to use the extra 5 inches I had free over here. And I built this slide out pantry rack for all my spices and stuff since I love to cook. And I installed these little $20 pack of drawer slides from Home Depot for it to slide in and off. And then also I installed this shelf above the fridge to house my French door oven, toaster oven, convection oven. I store my little cookie sheets and pans here, and a little bowl right here. All my pads right there to take my food in and out and put it on the counter. So right here next, when you enter into the door and shut the door, I have a rack for my sweater, my scarf, place to put my purse, last minute place to check my lipstick before I go out for the day. And these 3 trones from IKEA house my high heels and boots and tennis shoes and things. And then down below is where my cat's food and water bowl is, out of the way so it doesn't get kicked or make a mess or anything. So it's convenient there having that little tucked away space. In 2017, I had really good credit score, so I went to my bank and took out a loan so I can get a tiny house. And I took out a $20,000 loan from my credit union and found a builder in Utah that was closer to get that house here to Arizona. So I paid him $20,000 in May of 2017. And then in July of 2017, he sent to everybody out an email that he was closing shop. His funds were dried up. Wasn't able to recoup those funds, and it took me about 3.5 years to pay the $20,000 back to the credit union. So I didn't lose faith. I still wanted a tiny house even going through that ordeal. And being that I know Randy Jones has been in business for almost 9 years, and the other company had been in business for 3 years, when I was able to get back financially to a point where I can get a loan again, and saw the video in December of 2021, I was like, I'm gonna get a tiny house again. My friends thought I was crazy. They're like, you're gonna send your money to somebody else again? I'm a Libra, so when I set my mind to something, I kind of go for it. Like if I say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And I don't procrastinate. If I hop on board on something, I hop on board on it. So there wasn't a moment where I said, maybe I shouldn't buy the IncredIBox. Maybe I should just stay living in my RV, but I was like, no, I wanted this. I'm going to do this, make it happen. So. And at the front of my house is my little bathroom. And I chose to put a curtain up since it's just me instead of a door. Slide that open and head on in. This is my bathroom space. I cut and installed shelves here to hold all my toiletries and things. My toothbrush that holds my hair dryer, makeup, and things. And then over here is my 36 by 36 shower stall, which is much bigger than when I lived in an RV. And I also keep my laundry basket in here. This little unit is really efficient at 7,500 BTUs for the AC. I moved in August, so it was pretty cool in here when it was really hot outside compared to my RV that never got below 90 in the 110-degree weather. Above the bathroom, I have my 92 by 38-inch storage loft, which is about 18 inches tall. And I have my suitcase, Christmas decorations, memorabilia from when my kids were little, all boxed up there to store. But I have plenty of space that I haven't even used yet. My first RV, I got 30-foot travel trailer. It was Alpha Wolf that I owned, and it had one slide out with the dinette and the fireplace and TV and separate bedroom area and bathroom area. And then for me, that was just, after a year and a half in that, I was like, this is just too much space for me. So I traded that in and purchased a 21.5-foot travel trailer. The inside was only 18 feet, and this house is 16 feet, so it's only 2 feet difference. lived in that for a year. And then in December of 2021, I saw Randy's video promoting these houses, and I was like, I could do that instead of the RV, because my son is 6'3", and when he comes over with his wife, he was hitting his head on the air conditioning unit above the kitchen. So yeah, and it's so cramped because it's just a dinette, kitchen area, and the bed right there all in one room. So yeah, I was just like, okay, I could do the IncredIBox instead. And I don't have the RV toilet in the IncredIBox. I have a regular flush toilet. I have a bigger shower. This is a 36 by 36 shower in this house, where I didn't have the little rectangle tiny shower in my RV. And the insulation in here is 2 inches of closed cell foam insulation. So here, when it gets 110, 115 degrees in the summer here in Tucson, Arizona, it's so much cooler. And then my electric bill is so much less. Let's move to the back of the house, where I have my living room and my clothing storage and my bedroom space. So this is a platform bed I made. I was able to find 3 IKEA lac shelving units off of Facebook Marketplace. I love Facebook Marketplace. And I took some OSB board and made the rest of it. And I got a little storage with baskets that holds my pants. I've got some food pantry here, my little twin size bed, and my lazy 20-pound Maine Coon Jasmine that loves the little tiny house too. You see how relaxed she is. Over here, I built this little closet for all my shirts to hang and all my jewelry and everything there. Underneath is another lac storage unit where I have baskets with clothing and these 2 little pantry items. And then a little sitting area here. The cat will sit here and look out the window. And my TV that I have here was my little cont'd to watch shows and TV things with. I put plenty of little hooks around the house so I can hang my keys and hang other things here. And in the mornings, when I'm getting ready for work, I like to take my clothes out and hang them up here for what I'm going to wear for the day. Have those ready. So the house comes, you can see all the steel panels and everything, and the screws and everything, how they're screwed together. And I wanted a focus accent wall here at the back of the house. So I went on Amazon and bought this self-stick wallpaper that I applied to just give it a different look from the other walls in the house. The house comes like it is. It comes with the 3x4 windows on all 3 sides of the back end here. And it comes with the window on the front door. And I installed all the blinds, painted the whole interior, added all the shelves that are in the house, all that stuff. You do it yourself. It doesn't come like that when you get it from ITH. So I have the 8x16 IncredIBox, and they're still $20,000, which they were in December of 2021. He also makes an 8x20 IncredIBox. That's $25,000. And then there's off-grid packages and solar packages and things you could buy for it as well. Working with Incredible Tiny Homes for my house, communication and everything was really good. I got an email with all the information from Amber at Incredible Tiny Homes, letting me know where they were with the build, and they let me know when I needed to drive to Tennessee and pick it up. It cost me about $1,950 to drive from here to Tennessee and back, so that was a good chunk of my budget after the $20,000. But you have the price that you would pay for a shipper to ship it here would have been a lot more. So, and I love to travel, so driving to Tennessee and back was nice because I had never been to that side of the U.S. before. The dry weight was 4,300 pounds when I picked it up in Tennessee, and I would have to say, with the metal siding and the furniture I have in here and my belongings, which aren't much, I'd say it's still under 5,000 pounds easily. I have a 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman, and I have the 3.92 rear axle ratio. So my truck has about a little under 11,000 pound towing capacity with the setup it has. Chose that so I could tow the 30-foot, 7,600 pound RV I had. And it tows the tiny house like nothing because it's so much lighter. My current rent here at this mobile home park is $3.99 a month plus utilities, which is really nice, decent price. My son and his wife are paying $11.50 a month for a little 500 square foot casita behind somebody's house. And I was like, that's a waste of money when you're only making, 15, 16 bucks an hour in your 20s like that. So I'm like, at least all my income isn't going to my rent. So owning the tiny house and having cheaper rents, not having a mortgage anymore, has been able to, I'm working on paying off my bills and go out every weekend to karaoke with my friends and hang out. I'm able to go do things and just live life.
Thank you for watching our video and for stopping by Tiny House Expedition. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And for more tiny home tours and stories, click the videos below.
And join us on Instagram for bonus content,
including face-to-face conversations with us. We hope to see you there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.